Awesome. Good evening, everyone. I'll have to do that customary check on YouTube Live, which always ruins my introduction. But if you can hear me and see us all right, please give a thumbs up on chat or let me know on chat, and then I can get started with the session. All right, I can see myself on the YouTube screen, but a quick confirmation on chat will help. So folks, do let me know, and then I can get started. We're live. Awesome. Awesome. Thank you, Abhishek. All right, folks. So good evening, everyone. My name is Jatin. I'm the head of verbal ability and reading comprehension and student care at 2IIM, and I'm going to be the host of this session today. So welcome to this exciting YouTube Live, where we're going to completely decode Goa Institute of Management's Achievers Admission Round. Now, this round is very unique to GIM, where students are selected to various PGDM programs, mainly based on their achievements. So you can potentially even secure a spot admission offer in this round. So obviously a very exciting round. Now, to understand what achievements are considered, what parameters do they look at while evaluating candidates, how does the interview process look like, and basically all the aspects of the Achievers round, we have with us on the panel today Dr. Kiran K from Goa Institute of Management. Dr. Kiran is the admission chair and associate professor at GIM. He holds a PhD in production and operations management from IIM Bangalore and a master's in industrial engineering and management from IIT Kharagpur. At GIM, he teaches various courses such as operations management, advanced supply chain management, supply chain analytics, business statistics, and his focus is on inspiring future managers and business leaders like you folks next year with a strong analytical and problem-solving approach. So welcome, Dr. Kiran. It's great to have you with us today.
Thank you, Jatin. Thank you.
Awesome. So, folks, I'll just quickly tell you how the structure of this session will look like. So, I have a set of questions for Dr. Kiran, which will be a good representative of the questions that you probably have for Achievers Round right now. So, I'll go through my list of questions. We'll have ample time for Q&A as well. So, there'll be a dedicated section for Q&A at the end, but I'm going to get your questions answered in the middle of the session as well. So, you don't have to wait till the end. If you have any question at any point of time, put that in chat, and I will try to bake that in my conversation as soon as possible. Okay, so fire away. You can shoot your questions starting now. All right. Okay, so I'll get started with my list of questions. So, sir, my first question is: so I know that Achievers Round is very unique to GIM, and then GIM also has other admission rounds. So how is Achievers Round different from the other admission rounds that you have?
Okay. So the philosophy behind Achievers Round is to have diversity in the classroom. So when we have a business classroom, right, when we discuss case studies, etc., we would like to have different people in the classroom, students in the classroom, which can bring in different points of view. So we don't want only engineers or only commerce or only healthcare people sitting, because business, we cater to a variety of people, right? Our customers can be of any place. So to simulate that in a class, we want people from different walks of life also to be present in the classroom. So that was the idea behind conceptualizing this Achievers Round, which is basically a profile based round. So we have certain criteria based on which we come up with how do we do the round. So that is how it is different from the regular round. The regular round will mostly be having very known cutoffs and etc.
Right.
So that is how mostly the regular rounds would work, but
Okay.
the Achiever round works slightly differently.
Okay.
So typically we do this early in the admission season. So around January mid is when typically our Achievers Round are held. So it's much earlier than our any institute doing a regular round.
Right.
So we try to do this early, so that students have time to think about their decisions.
Sure.
So this is the basic idea behind Achievers Round. And other difference or other advantage which the students would have is, if they get selected in the Achievers Round, they also become eligible for a 5 lakh rupees scholarship.
Oh, wonderful. Okay.
So there is a incentive because students focus on something called as ROI. I think I'm
Right.
sure
Right.
you know
Yeah,
how they
it's a
do that, right?
top,
So
one of the top questions that
exactly.
they ask, right? Yeah.
So when your ROI calculation comes in, and if you are through in achiever round,
Right.
your investment, would be reduced by at least 5 lakhs. So
Got
your
it.
entire ROI calculation can, flip,
Got it.
and
Got it.
your decision could probably change based on that. So,
Definitely.
these are the two things. One is we try to do it early so that we as students have ample time to think over where, how do we they, fit into GIM,
Yeah.
and also we have a financial incentive because they are coming with achievements. We
Yeah.
would like to, honor them with, a differential fee structure.
Sure. Sure. Okay. So that's a great point. I'll come down to the scholarship sometime later in the session.
Right.
Now, so I understand that you're saying that this is a profile based round, and of
Hmm.
course the focus is on the nature of achievements that a particular candidate has. What kind of achievements are we talking about?
Okay. So as you know, we have 4 different programs.
Hmm.
So we have the PGDM flagship or the core program. Then we have the healthcare, big data analytics, and the BIFS.
Right.
And we have the IDA program. So now there are certain common achievements which, if any of them have, they would become eligible for achievers. So the first thing which the student should know is that achievers round is only for the first preference program.
Okay.
So if their first preference is PGDM, then whatever is the PGDM criteria that becomes applicable.
Okay.
If their first preference is healthcare, then whatever is the achiever criteria for healthcare that becomes applicable.
Okay.
If it is BDA or IDA or a BIFS, accordingly, that becomes applicable for the students.
Okay.
Now, first, I will just explain to you what are the achievements which is common across all the programs.
Right.
The first one is academics. So if they have consistently done well in their 10th, 12th and getting over say 9 CGPA or 90%, and if they've done well in their UG, getting about 80% or a 9 CGPA in their UG, then we consider them as academic achievers.
Okay. Okay.
So academically, they have achieved very well.
Right.
So that is first criteria. So in case, let us say they don't fit in this. So then there is one more option. If they are working professionals,
Hmm.
right? So some of them may be already working for a few years, etc.
Yeah.
And if they are done very well in their work, and their salary is say above 8 lakh per annum,
Hmm.
then we call them as career achievers.
Okay. Okay.
So if done well in the career, we want them in the class.
Right.
If
Right.
done well in the academics, we want them in the class.
Correct.
Okay. Then we have sports and
Hmm.
co-curricular. So for sports, especially if you want to look at, if they have done something at the district level, state level, national level, or the international level.
Right.
So if they have played in any tournament and have they've been in the finals. If they have such achievements in the district, state, national, or international level, then
Okay.
they qualify under sports category.
Okay.
Similarly, we also have co-curricular.
Hmm.
So it could be dance, music, drama, or if you have started your own venture,
Mm.
right? So all of this, so in dance, music, and drama, if you have any certificate at the state, national level, etc., if you have done something entrepreneur, so
Hmm.
if you have done your own startup, you have succeeded, not succeeded, doesn't matter,
Right.
but you have tried,
Correct. Correct.
right? So that you can put it as an achievement under co-curricular.
Okay.
So
Okay.
these are the things, irrespective of which is your first preference. If you qualify for any one,
Hmm.
it need not be more than one. Even if it is for one, then you can apply for achievers.
Right. Right.
In addition to this, we have program specific, certain criteria. Like for the PGDM program on our website, we have a list of colleges, around
Right.
68 colleges we have. And we divide it into engineering, non-engineering, etc. That is clearly given. And if you have a 6 CGPA in those and you are coming from those institutes with the undergrad, then you can apply for Achievers Round under
Okay.
program specific for
Right.
PGDM.
Right.
Now for healthcare, if you have done MBBS from any institute, or you're a biotech engineer or a B Farm or a dentist, BDS, from the specific list of colleges which we have put it on our website, and you have a 6 CGPA or above, you can apply for the healthcare achievers.
Okay. Okay.
Now for the big data analytics, you need a combined work experience of 24 months in about, I think 15, 16 companies which we have listed out.
Right. Right.
Okay. So you could have worked in multiple companies, but the combined work experience should be at least 24 months.
Okay. Okay.
So then for BDA, that becomes eligible.
Right.
So now for the BIFS program, because this is more banking and finance related. So if you have qualified, not attempted, but qualified for a CA, CS, ICWA, CFA, ACCA, CIMA, CPA, FRM, okay, any of these if you have done, or you have done a BCom or a BA Economics Honors in a list of colleges which we have mentioned.
Right.
If you satisfy any of these, you can apply for the achievers in BIFS.
Got it.
So we have two parts to it. One is common features, which will be same across, and there are program specific achievements, typically in certain criteria which we have listed there. So if you satisfy any one of these, you can apply for achievers. So in the admission form, application form, there is a checkbox.
Okay.
So if you want to apply for achievers round, you just click the checkbox and a drop down a menu will come up wherein you enter all these achievements.
Got it.
So other thing what I would like to say is we want these achievements to be, especially the sports and co-curricular, to be more recent.
Okay. Okay.
So 2020 honors, we don't want, in school, second standard, I achieved, I came first and in sports, etc. That because it is not recent thing, it may not show your leadership skills, etc.
Right.
So we want more recent one. So in the application form itself, we have asked for which year you achieved this.
Okay.
So that there you will be able to select. So I think 2020 onwards, the achievements whichever are there, those would be considered.
Got it. Got it.
So these are basically what are the criteria we look for achievers round.
Definitely. That's so it's a very broad spectrum of achievements, right?
Yes. Yes.
You're saying that it's academic, it's professional, it's sports, it's co-curricular, and also we have program specific achievement criteria.
Yes. Okay. So anyone from this you can apply.
Got it. Got it. Okay. So folks, so keep that in mind. Usually when you hear the word achievement, right, that kind of like again, there are two types of students I've seen, right? And sir will agree on that as well. There are students who undersell themselves, right? They've done quite a lot, they've achieved quite a lot, but they're underconfident for whatever reason or modest. And then there are students who are quite sort of open about talking about their achievements. So keep this in mind, especially with the folks who are, wondering if my achievement makes the cut. Remember, it's a very broad spectrum of achievements, right?
Correct. So I would just add a point here. Yeah. So I get your point, and we have seen this also in through multiple years of doing this round. So what I would urge the student is, even if it is very small achievement, you write it down.
Great.
Let we be the evaluator whether that fits or not.
Correct.
So you don't decide and then say this is not up to the mark or whatever it may be.
Right.
Okay. So for the business classroom, that small thing may be very, very important for us.
Yeah.
To have such a candidate in the classroom. Definitely. So let we decide. Then you deciding, you put out whatever you have achievements there. Then we will be a judge of it.
That's a great point. And I also remember what sir said in the beginning, the rationale behind this is to have diversity in the classroom. So your achievement might be small, but if you're standing out from the other pool of candidates, then you stand a good chance, right? So that you wouldn't know. So you should just go ahead and apply, right?
Exactly.
Okay, great. So I'll come now to some related questions on chat, but again, just one final question on achievements. Do they, so I think you've already answered this, but just probably reinforcement for students. So these achievements don't have to be stellar always, right? Like a student doesn't have to be like a national level cricket player or a state level cricket player. They don't have to be that stellar. It can be,
Hmm. Yeah, so that's
yeah,
why I told you it can be, if it is sports, especially
correct,
it could be district level
correct,
or state level
right.
or national or international.
Okay, okay, got it.
Okay, so any of these level, if they have played and they have documents to show that they have
Yeah.
played, that's good enough.
Awesome, awesome, awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you for clarifying. I'll take some questions from chat. So Arpit is asking, so if let's say they have some achievements in intra college championships,
Okay.
um, within their college, if they've sort of earned awards or won some championships, would that count?
May not be. It may
May
not fit in the. So we have clearly defined our. So when they are applying, they have to say whether it is state, district. So college level
not count.
may not come. So
Okay,
again, there also, if it is let us say university is hosting it,
right,
and there are multiple colleges across the state participating,
right.
that may be considered. Then colleges hosting their own inter-department, and that may not be competitive enough.
Got it. Got it. Got it. So the scale, Arpit, has to be a little higher. If it's
Yeah,
multiple colleges within your university, then you
then
stand.
probably we can. Yeah.
Right. Right. Okay. There's another question. I am winning 17 says, for career achievements, I'm a head of branding in my organization.
Hmm.
Will that be considered?
So for career, we are looking at, because it's an easier thing to qualify based on the salary.
Right.
Right, so that is one criteria we do use. So
Okay.
you may be brand head. So if
Yeah.
your salary is more than 8 lakh per annum, yes. So in case that doesn't fit, you can put it as co-curricular,
Right.
and that you can expand and explain how you fit in this role.
Correct. Correct.
So
Okay. So they
if
have
it is
to.
not fitting in career per se, because there is a salary component, you
Yeah.
can put it in co-curricular, because you have achieved something very high, in the denomination of the positioning,
Right.
right? So there you can explain what is that some project or something which you have done really well. So that
Correct.
may be, that will give us more information about what you did. So that will help us to decide, yes, we want this candidate. So
Sounds good.
that is a tweak which they can use.
Okay. Okay. So folks, you have to build a case as well, right? I mean, I'm sure there'll be a subjective portion in the component. Write that well, build your case very well. That's a very major skill that you will learn in P school as well. So better
Yes,
start early. And of course, if you build a solid case, then you'll convince the panel. All right.
sure.
Okay, folks, I'm going to take one more question about achievements, and then I'll come back to my list of achievements. Naveen wants to know, do research papers and peer reviews count as academic achievements for HCM?
So that you will have to put under co-curricular.
Co-curriculars. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
academic is very, very crystal clear. It has to be your scores in your
CGPA.
10
Right.
CGPA or marks percentage, etc.
Right.
So these which doesn't fit that, you can put it as co-curricular.
Okay. Okay. Sounds good.
Okay, so
All right.
research papers typically we would put it there.
Okay. Okay. Sounds good. So, folks, I'll get the relevant links. I mean, we've put the basic links in description. I'll get the relevant links if there are any which have the details of achievements that are counted, and I'll put them in the pinned comment and description. You can check it out after the session. All right. Okay. Fantastic. Keep your questions coming, people. Good questions. I'll move on to the next question that I have. So we've done, okay, nature of achievements and everything is done. Talking about the selection process of the achievers round, what are the different stages in the selection process?
Okay, so this year we have the achievers round offline. So like
Okay.
last
Okay.
year. So we
Right.
have at 3 locations, one at Goa, one in Delhi, and one in Kolkata.
Okay.
So when you opt for the application, it will ask where do you want to take the interview.
Right.
So you can select that. So that is the first one, selecting where you want to do the interview.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, once that is done, you book your slot and you're there. So we would have 2-stage interviews on the same day. On the same
Okay.
slot you are given, there are 2 stages. So the first stage would be a regular interview, like we have in any other round. We'll
Right.
just interview based on your profile. So whatever achievements you have, you have selected based on that, whatever you have listed out, etc.
Yeah.
And few basic questions about yourself and why MBA, those standard hygiene questions.
Yeah.
And but more focus would be on the achievements part.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. So that would be the first round. Okay. Now, once that round is done, the evaluator would check and see, should we send them to the next round, which we call the spot round.
Right.
Okay. So now the evaluators would inform the spot panel that so and so student, we find them really good and we recommend them for a spot round. Okay, so then the same day, in the same slot, interview slot they have, maybe after a half an hour or so, they would be called for the spot round where it will be a different panel.
Right. Right.
So where there will be one more round of interviews where we would again check whether should we give them a spot offer or not.
Right.
Okay, so that
Okay.
is the second part. And if
Interesting.
if the panel is convinced that the student is and the achievement is good and is a perfect fit for GIM, and on the spot we give a provisional offer letter.
Right. Right.
Okay, so why I am saying provisional is typically during that time we don't have the CAT, ZAT or any
Scores.
other competitive
Yeah.
scores.
Yeah.
So on the provisional spot letter, it would be written it's a conditional offer subject to you getting so and so scores.
Got it. Got it.
Okay, so I think why I missed one point in the earlier thing. So for achievers, because they have achieved something already, we give certain rebate
Right.
in the cutoff of your CAT or ZAT.
Right. Right.
Okay, so there will be some points reduction. So I can't tell this year how many points because
Right.
that is not yet decided. So
Correct.
last year there was a 10-point reduction for people with achievers.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so in the offer letter, that what is that percentage they should have, percentile they should have got in CAT or ZAT would be mentioned, or GMAT. And if they qualify for through any one of that offer letter automatically provisional one becomes a admission offer.
Admission offer. Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
so these are the two levels
Right.
of round. Now a follow-up question would be that what will happen if I don't clear, say, spot round?
Correct. Correct.
I don't get the spot letter. So what happens? So there is no issue. You become part of the merit list.
Okay.
So the regular round cutoffs would apply. We will not be doing one more round of interviews.
Right. Right.
The first round of interviews would capture all the marks, etc., what is required for as a regular round itself. That would already capture all the scores which we require. So you will not be needing to give an interview again.
Got
so
it.
your scores will automatically become part of the regular round. Okay, based on the cutoff for the regular round, if you meet those cutoffs, etc., you may be in the merit list or a wait list, whatever is the based on the criteria at that point of time.
Got it.
So these are the two things. So if you don't get a spot letter, it doesn't mean that you're out of the system.
Right. Right.
You just become part of the regular process.
Understand.
So you're just out of the achievers
pool.
Achievers pool. That's it.
Right. So essentially, a candidate who applies for the achievers round then gets 2 chances. Right.
Yes.
If they can't make it to the spot round, then they're considered for the general.
Yes. So they become automatically part of the regular round.
Right. Right. That's interesting. Okay, folks. I think the spot admission offer is something worth noting. This is again quite unique to GIM, and and the reason why I can talk more about this is because we've had a couple of students from 2IIM in the past years who've got these spot admission offers in the achievers round. I clearly remember there was one student with like sports achievements who got through and got this spot admission offer, and it's fantastic, right, to get an admission offer on the spot. It's obviously it's a great college, it's GIM, and it relieves a lot of your anxiety as well. That wait that you have to typically keep waiting for like April, May, you're getting that confirmation in your hand. So definitely worth considering. So do keep that point in mind. Okay. Awesome. Okay, so Kanish, your question about cutoff, sir, is already answered. So there's no clear sort of cutoff guidance that sir can provide at this stage. But do remember, based on last year, there was a 10-point reduction in the cutoff for the achievers round, and that's pretty substantial, right? Because obviously they're focusing on your profile and achievements, so you are getting, as sir said, some sort of rebate, significant rebate in the competitive exam scores, right? And as far as competitive exams are concerned, just confirming, you consider CAT, ZAT, and GMAT, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
So
Okay.
all the guidance scores for these would be printed in the offer spot offer letter. So what is
Correct.
that they should achieve?
Correct.
And once the results are out, if they would obviously know what are the,
Yep.
and they would automatically get once we receive it, we get slightly later. So once
Yep.
we received it, we send a communication to the student that because you have cleared the cutoff for this is your offer letter. We will do that. Students, of course, would know. I think by then they would have their own score sheet, so that
Correct.
they would know, but we wouldn't officially know it yet.
Sounds great. Sounds great. All right. Folks, there are other questions on live. I'll come down to that. Sir, on the application process. Now, again, I'm guessing the achievements round, as we discussed, they have to build a case for their achievements. They have to outline their achievements. What are your tips for candidates to showcase their achievements effectively in the application form? Do you have any kind of tips that you can share with them?
Okay. So one of the main tip is that you need to have proof that you have achieved this. So
Right.
of course, academic scores are easy.
Yeah. Yeah.
But if you're telling about sports, co-curricular, etc., you should back up with appropriate proofs. So the
Okay.
certificate by the competent authorities, etc. Just showing a photo may not do the thing, because nowadays
Right.
we all know generative AI and its
Correct.
use, right? So
Gemini,
just
banana, all of that. Yeah. Yeah.
right. So we can't rely on that. We want
Right.
authentic, and we would ask the candidates when they come for the physical round to carry those certificates.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so that we can the interviewers and the staff who would be present can verify those achievements.
Yep.
So
Yep.
that would be my if you have proof which cannot be disputed,
Mm-hmm.
that would really help your case.
Definitely.
So, but I do understand, like in some cases they have, done some entrepreneurial venture, etc. So then they have to find what are the proof which they can support their argument.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that may be slightly difficult, but it is possible.
Okay. Okay.
So ultimately that is a learning, right? So you need to convince why your case needs to be heard.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely.
Right.
Definitely.
So that's the skill a manager needs to develop. So we
Definitely.
started with the achievers round itself,
Right.
training them to do that.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah.
So other thing what I observe is like you told some people undersell themselves,
Yes.
etc.
Yes.
And some people may have multiple achievements, so they're
Correct.
confused which one to put.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so in that case, what I would suggest is you prioritize which achievement you think would be the best fit for a management class.
Okay. Okay.
Which would add value. Maybe some things which shows leadership skill
Right.
or team building skills.
Right. Right.
So if you have achievements are aligned like that, you can prioritize them. I think we have 2 or 3 probable achievements to list out.
Okay.
So you prioritize them. You see which is the best one for you, which
Right.
would be aligned to an MBA program.
Right. Right.
Put that one as your first.
Yeah.
Then the next, and then the next.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. So
Sounds
these
good.
are some things which you can look at to make your case strong.
Right. Right. Okay. Okay. I think that point about aligning it with managerial skills, I think that's a great point for you folks to consider, right? And leadership obviously is right at the top, but then you have
Yes.
other skills as well that you can consider. So definitely think about that, folks. All right. So, sir, I'll take one question from chat. Again, about the nature of achievements. He's just pinged again. I can't
Okay.
really call out your name because it's a very funny YouTube videos,
Okay.
but you'll know it's your question.
Right.
So what he or she is saying is that I've done very well in undergrad,
Right.
8.7 CGPA, but score is on the lesser side for 10th and 12th. Does it
Okay.
make me eligible for the educational achiever component?
No.
Okay.
Because
Okay. So that should be
it's
consistent.
clearly in the if you see the document which we have put up on the website, clearly
Right.
says 10th, 12th, you need to have so much, and above, and undergrad, you need to have this. It's an
Okay.
and, not an or.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Okay,
Got it.
so
Got it.
for academic consistency is what we are looking at there.
Right. Right. Okay. Fair enough.
Right?
Fair enough.
Yeah,
All right.
I'm sorry, but they are, so we are,
No, no,
we need
I
to,
appreciate the candor. I appreciate the
yeah,
candor. It's always good for them to have a
clarity
clear view of
on,
this. But
yes.
again, I don't know your name, but do check the guidelines. 8.7 is good, but do check the
Yes.
guidelines for 10th and 12th. We'll also try to attach that in pinned comments. If you
Hmm.
qualify, definitely apply it. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, this question comes up a lot. The Samiksha is asking the calculation of 10th. Does it include additional subjects as well? Or is it only core subjects for these calculations? Do you have any idea about that?
So whatever, I mean, I'm not very sure
Yeah, I think it's a pretty
what
detailed.
it
Yeah,
means.
right, right, yeah,
What
yeah.
it means, because I think I'm from the older school where we
Correct,
had six
correct,
subjects and that's it,
correct,
right?
correct.
So typically, what is that score which they upload, the
Yeah,
scorecard which they upload? So that should have the whatever requisite cutoff percentage or
yeah,
CGPA which is there,
yeah,
because that
yeah.
is the proof of that.
Definitely,
That
definitely.
is what we would look at.
Sure,
So
sure.
if the additional ones are included in that scorecard, then that also we will get added up,
Correct, 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 correct.
right? So what is that scorecard is what we would consider.
Definitely, definitely. Samiksha, I think it's a pretty nuanced question, and it will differ from student to student. So if you're the Samiksha from 2M, if you're my student, you can ping me later, right? And I can get that clarified or put that in comments. I'll talk to the team later and get that
Yeah,
clarified. All right.
yeah.
Okay. Awesome. I'll move on. So you've already spoken about the advantages of applying in the round as opposed to you spoke about the scholarship, right? Which is very
Yes,
interesting. The 5 lakh scholarship that they are eligible for. Um,
yes.
uh, how difficult is it to get the scholarship? Like, can you share
Okay,
like a broad percentage of candidates who get the
okay.
scholarship? Yeah.
So I don't have a percentage, but I'll tell you what is
Right.
the idea behind it.
Right.
So if they get the spot offer,
Yeah.
okay, I think even in the website we have the scholarships listed out.
Yeah.
I think except for healthcare, I think it is only for MBBS students.
Okay.
If that scholarship is for others, would be spot, uh,
Right.
right?
Okay.
So if they've got a spot offer, they become eligible for it.
Right.
So it is given in two different slots. So
Hmm.
the first year half the amount, second year half the amount.
Got it.
So the second year is subject to they maintaining a CGPA of 5.8 on 8. So that's
Hmm.
about 60% kind of a thing. So it is subject to that.
Right. Right.
So if you are through this round, you have to study.
Okay. Right.
So you can't
Right.
relax.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because
Definitely.
then
This is a
your
good thing.
ROI calculation will get upset. So you have
Correct.
to, I know you will be in Goa, but still you have to study.
Right. Somebody actually said that they're very excited about the Goa visit, which is great. You're very excited about the Goa visit, but you're going there to study. Don't lose sight of that goal. Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that would be about the scholarships. So
Okay.
they become eligible, and these criteria, if they are meeting, then the entire amount it gets adjusted with their fees, etc.
Sounds great. Sounds great. Awesome. Awesome. Um, Priyanshu, that's a funny comment. Okay. Let's see what Siddhant is saying. So Siddhant, again, very specific. I'll ask this question, but again, it's very specific, so I can get back to you later. So he has a good 91, 87, 72 in 10, 12th, and UG, and also is CFA level 1 cleared. So
Okay.
does
Okay.
CFA level 1 count for achievers in BIFS, or
So
does it have to be all 3 levels?
uh, I I'm not sure, because
Right.
that is a program specific. I'll have to
Correct.
get back to you. So if you can connect with our team, I think it should be, but I am not very sure.
Yeah,
I think if you
yeah,
have cleared, you have not just appeared, but you should have cleared. I think CFA. I know at least I remember students in the class who write CFA other levels when they are doing their MBA.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So
Okay,
I've seen that.
right.
So, but I can't give you a hard answer right now because I
Fair
don't
enough.
have that information with me. So my team would have. You can. I think Jatin would be able to connect you on that.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. Siddhant, feel free to put this in the comments once the live ends, and I'll make sure to get back to you. If you're my student, you know how to reach me. Again, somebody said everyone is our students. I completely agree. But
Right.
if you're a 2M student, you know how to reach me very easily. So you
Right.
can do that, and I can get your question answered, or just put that in comments. We'll answer all of them. Okay.
Hmm.
Awesome. Now moving on to the interview process, sir. So you said that there are 2 rounds of interviews. Again, if they are eligible for the spot round, the second one would happen.
Hmm.
What can they expect in the interview process, just broadly?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So broadly, depending on what is the achievement under which you were, shortlisted. So if you're academic achiever, then interview would mostly be on the academic achievements what you have done.
Right.
So typically we may not ask 10th or 12th questions,
Hmm.
right? But it would be in the most recent degree, which would be undergraduate.
Right.
So in the undergraduate, if you have done internships, right, if you have done projects on your own out of the curriculum, and of course, if you are into engineering, etc., you have a final year project, right? So those are the things which you can showcase, and those would probably be the questions which you will be asked about. So
Okay.
to see how your alignment is with the program.
Correct.
So that would be the main thing
Right.
for the interview part. Now, apart if you're, let us say, in job, career achievers. So then what was your job
Hmm.
roles? What did you do any different projects there? What were the challenges you faced and how you overcame them?
Right.
Okay, so
Right.
these are some of the things broadly which may be asked to gauge. Do you know in depth about the job, etc. Right? So
Correct.
that would be related to career. Then for
Right.
sports, of course, it depends on the panel. And if you say yours is football and one of the panelists is a football enthusiast, then
Right.
the conversation can go very
Correct.
very deep into how football happens. If you are
Correct.
a cricketer and a cricket loving enthusiast is in the panel,
Yeah.
those could vary, but ultimately we are trying to check certain leadership qualities,
Right.
team building qualities. So these are things which we look for in an MBA candidate. So
Okay.
those would be the way we would look at. Similarly for co-curricular, so if like somebody had asked, right, about a paper they have
Yes.
published, etc. So then the question would be on that. Okay, explain what was the paper about? What did you do there? What were the methodology you used? What the analysis you did?
Yeah.
And what
Yeah.
was the conclusion? What was implication, etc. So whatever you have written, we would want to know more about it. Of course,
Got it.
because we have a word limit on what you fill there, we would like to know more about those things and probe a little bit deeper.
Got it. Got it.
And if you
Okay.
have worked, if you have an entrepreneurial thing which you started, etc. So more questions would be based on, okay, how did you envision this? Why did you want to start this? What were the challenges? When did you break even?
Hmm.
What happened? If in case, let us say you failed, that's okay,
Yeah. Yeah.
right? So even I would like to stress that if you started an entrepreneurial way and you failed, that is okay. It is still an
Yeah.
achievement. You at least explored it.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Most of us don't even do that.
True.
Yeah,
True. Very
because
true.
we are scared that we'll fail, we don't even try. So
Yeah.
you did
Yeah.
that, which requires a lot of courage,
Yeah. Yeah.
right? So put out that. So your questions would be based on that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
I
the
mean,
interview, yeah.
sorry, sir. Sorry to interrupt.
So the,
Please
the,
go ahead.
the, the interview would be based on these.
Correct.
So
Correct. Correct.
whatever you have written, more focus would be on that to get into more details and depth of how the candidate is.
Agreed. Agreed. I think on entrepreneurship, that's a very valid point, right? I mean, like folks think about it this way: people typically start entrepreneurial ventures post their MBA, right? So if you've done this pre-MBA, So how does it matter if you've failed, right? I mean, it's
Yeah,
still a very good achievement,
I,
to sort of get into entrepreneurship. It's not everyone has the courage and gumption to
correct.
do. So
And
definitely,
I know the like few years because I've been at GM for
yeah,
almost 7 years now. So there were last year I remember there were few YouTubers
right. Oh,
with
okay,
more than 1 million followers.
amazing. That's a fantastic.
And
Yeah,
so those are all achievements. It's not
yeah,
easy to get more than
definitely,
1 million followers on YouTube
definitely,
or
definitely.
Instagram, whichever it may be, because that
Yeah, yeah,
requires a lot of persistent efforts. So
agreed.
that shows certain qualities in the candidate. So we want such people in the class,
That's a very interesting
right?
example.
So
Awesome.
don't think that this achievement doesn't fit, etc.
Yeah,
Think
yeah.
we have to think it much broader.
Right, right. Yeah, I think that's a very important point. Again, folks, if you are joining in late, the nature of achievements that Jim considers, it's a very broad spectrum, very broad. It's from academic to professional to co-curricular to sports to program specific. It's a very broad spectrum. We'll put in links in the comments so you can watch the earlier part of the recording to get a good idea of the kind of achievements that are considered. All right, I'll take one question from live. Het Shah wants to know, I want to apply for both the Achievers round and the regular round. If I choose both rounds, do I need to pay the application fees for each round separately?
No. So you just up. So when you are applying, there's a checkbox. Do you want to appear for Achiever round? You just check
Right,
box. That's it.
right.
There
Okay,
are no separate fees. And interview happens only once.
perfect,
If you are shortlisted for Achievers round, your interview will happen in the Achievers round. In case the shortlisting doesn't happen, then the interview will happen in the regular round based on the regular round cutoffs.
perfect.
Okay,
That's good for us to know.
there is no double
Great,
counting here.
great,
So the
great.
fees, etc., will be same, etc. Right?
Awesome,
Whether you do
awesome.
Achievers or regular. Yeah.
Yeah, and folks, since you asked about the fees, right? One thing to note is, so currently, if you go to the link that's pinned in the chat as well, uh, Jim's early bird round is going on right now. Okay, so that's the deadline that's coming up on 27 November. Now, the early bird advantage is there's lowered fees for the application. Okay, then as a teacher, I want to talk about it because I know that application fees can be a concern. So take that advantage, and in the early bird also you can apply for achievers,
Yeah.
right? So if you, as sir said, you just need to check that box, right, and then you are eligible. You'll apply for achievers as well. So definitely, if you're keen, go for the early birds round and save some money. Okay, all right.
Yeah. So just to add on, so in case you are not able to do by 27th, then the deadline for Achievers round application would be 4th December.
Awesome. Yeah.
Because we are conducting it in January, so we are
Right.
closing for Achievers. The regular round applications will be open,
Yeah.
but the fees would slightly change.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
application fees would change post 27th.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely.
Okay. So, but the checkbox for Achievers will only be on the application till 4th December.
4th of December. Okay, that's
So
good for
post
us to
that,
know.
if you write to us, I'm not able to see Achievers, option.
Yeah.
So then that's the deadline. So beyond that, you will not see that.
Correct. And just a tip from my end, not just specific to GM, but for other colleges as well, please don't bank on extensions. Okay, I see this every year and I understand where you're coming from. There's so many applications, there's so many exams that you folks give. It's not easy, but don't bank on extensions. Okay, just because CAT decided to extend their application deadline by 1 week, don't get used to it. Most colleges don't extend their applications. Okay, so please stick to the deadlines. As Sir said, 4th December is Achievers round. If you want to take advantage of early bird, lowered application fees, then 27th is your deadline. Right? If you go to the link that is pinned, you will get all the details. Okay, awesome. All right, I'll take one more question, sir, from chat. Naveen again is asking, I've participated in multiple state level and national paper presentations. Okay. And I won the same at years starting from 2020. How would I collate all such?
So under co-curricular.
Co-curricular. Okay.
Yeah. So there you will have to list down each one.
Correct. Yeah. Sounds good.
So under co-curricular.
Great. And Naveen, just quantify it, right? How many paper presentations, what kind, and just give a small summary which adheres to the word.
At least the title of the paper and
title
where
of
you
the paper.
present. What was the symposium where you presented or one? Just that. Because details we can have it when the interview is happening.
Right. Right.
But
Okay.
if you have listed there, invariably the panelist will ask questions on that. So there you
Sure.
can explain.
Sure. Sure. Okay.
Okay. So just be very clear what is national, international, what kind of symposium or where you won. Be very clear on that.
Right.
So
Right.
it becomes easier for us to shortlist.
Right. Right. Okay. Sounds good. Akash, you want to know more about regular and achievers round? So if you go back once the recording is posted, just go back. We've discussed that in detail. The main thing for you to remember, don't get confused, right? Application is one. There's one application. If you want to apply for the achievers round, you'll have to do it before 4th December and check that box in the application, right? Interviews are also, there's only one interview round. Okay, as sir explained, if you get selected for achievers, it will happen early. If it's a regular round, it will happen later. Okay, so just go with this. It's not complicated at all. And also watch the earlier part of the recording for more details. Okay, still, if you have a question, put that in comments. We'll get that answer. Okay, awesome. Right, so I have an interesting question, sir. So we were talking about students who are, they believe in modesty as a virtue. They find it difficult to talk about their achievements. Do you have any advice for students who are typically nervous about discussing their achievements without sounding boastful, either in the application or in?
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's a tricky one
Right.
because for each student or candidate, the way they perceive it would be very, very different.
Yeah.
So what I would say, even if you're modest, you state what you have done honestly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So then let the other person who is evaluating you be the judge of how relevant it is for their program.
Right.
So in
Right.
any interview, I think being honest and truthful and communicating that would go a very, very long way.
Yeah.
I think that is a simple mantra, probably.
Right.
You can. So just communicate with confidence and keep it simple. And I think that and truthful, that should be able to do the trick.
Awesome. Awesome.
Okay,
Okay.
so
That's
I don't want to give big yarn because
that's good advice.
it's
That's good
simple.
advice. Yeah.
Simple one would stick with them.
Yeah. Yeah.
They are
Yeah. Yeah.
all in shorts, generation now. So
Correct.
if we tell long, sermons, they don't like.
Yeah, yeah, no, true, and I think that's good advice. And I think again, my personal experiences, folks from your generation, Gen Z, usually tend to be people who are very confident and ready to talk about their achievements. But if you are on that side, just be honest, right? If you're being honest,
Yeah,
you're not being boastful. Okay,
exactly.
you're being boastful if you're inflating your achievements, and then you'll get caught in the end, right? So
Yeah,
don't do that. Just be honest, and that's it. Yeah, it's not that difficult. Don't overthink this. All right.
mm.
Okay. I'll take another question. So, all right. Priyanshu says, I've completed my GIM application, and in the other achievements, I've added 2 internships, student coordinator, and being the HOD of the Economic Society. Can I make it to achievers?
So
He
I
wants you to
can't give a
evaluate and
direct
pro.
answer.
Right. Yeah.
Right. So that we have had candidates like that before. So
Perfect.
we'll have to read it and then we would evaluate based on that.
Perfect. Perfect.
Right. So I
So
can't give a ASN because I don't have the
definitely,
application.
definitely.
And the shortlisting criterias, etc., are there.
Right.
Right. So I think it is a good profile.
Yeah.
That's all I would say. But I can't say more than that.
Right, right, right. And Priyanshu, if I had those powers to convince her to sort of decide on the spot, this YouTube live would be like a massive hit. Think about it. So that's not going to happen, unfortunately. But I think you've still got a good answer. It seems to carry weight. So yeah, fingers crossed. Let's hope
Yeah.
for the best. Okay. Het is asking if I have achievements like being a general secretary, but I don't have an official certificate for it, will it still be accepted?
You'll have to convince if you're shortlisted, you'll have to convince the panel
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
that achievement.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Which will be much tougher.
Yes.
So
Yes. Definitely.
so if you have a certificate, it helps. So it doesn't mean that if you have a certificate, it's easy.
Yeah.
Right. Still, the panel would grill you on what
Yeah.
you actually did. So
Yeah.
if it is just a certificate you got through somebody, etc., it's very easy to the panel to figure that out.
Correct.
Because
Correct.
the interviewers would be doing this for multiple years, and they can easily, within few minutes, they would know whether what you have stated and what you have done has a match or not.
For sure. For
Right?
sure.
So you can surely state them, but you will have to, if you are shortlisted, you will have to convince the panel.
Yeah.
So I know that sometimes it is difficult to get, like if you are an entrepreneur, uh, it may be difficult to show that, this is my balance sheet, etc. So they may not have done that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? So, but then if you are able to explain that experience of your entire journey of entrepreneurship, what you have done, that will be the proof, so to speak. So,
Yeah.
so if you don't have a certificate, then your explanation of the experience is what would be helpful in us judging whether it's genuine or whether it's fit or not.
Right. Right. Okay. Sounds good. So your advice to Heath would be go ahead and apply, but then be like really sort of extra prepared for the interview round. Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
And Heath, sorry, I don't know if I'm pronouncing your name right or if that's a short form, but try to get that from your college. I mean, like I don't know if a certificate is not possible, maybe consider getting testimonials from a professor or something like that, some sort of evidence that can help you in the interview. Or as sir said, go ahead and apply and then be really sort of thoroughly prepared for the interview. Okay.
Yeah.
If you've actually been a secretary, then I'm sure there are so many things that you can speak about, right? Awesome. Great. So people are enjoying the session. That's good. Thank you for those comments. Karthik wants to know, are only achievements in the past 5 years considered for the Achievers Round? Because I think you said 2020. So he
Yes.
just wants to, okay,
Yeah.
that's
So
what it
because
is.
we
Okay.
want, recent achievements,
Yeah.
which we believe would still, those qualities you still continue.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
if you have done something in your second standard, third standard, fourth standard, you
Right.
have come a long way from there, and you would have
Right.
transformed a lot.
Right. Right.
Right. So we want more recent, so that in the management journey you can transform better.
True. True. True.
Right.
True.
So that is the only reason why we have put a recent recency condition. Okay. It is not to discount your achievements of the past. It is just to see that for the MBA journey, a more recent achievement would make more sense.
Right. Right.
So that is the idea behind the cutoff.
Okay.
The
Okay.
year cutoff. Yeah.
Okay. So people drawing competitions, fancy dress, second prize in the sixth grade. Not
May
gonna
not, may
go.
not, may not.
Because you know that
Surely
already.
won't.
Yeah. I remember winning such competitions in school. So okay. So the question that I think Karthik has a follow-up question. His achievements are in the 10th and 12th grade, but I guess they're
Yeah.
before 2020. Will that count? Or?
So if any of them is post 2020, then it would count.
Okay.
If it
Okay.
is pre, then
Then it doesn't
because
count.
he
Okay.
will not be able to select that itself.
Okay.
So the
Okay.
year is given in the application. So once you
Right.
check the achievement, you want to be part of Achievers, a drop down will come in where a year is also specified. So you'll have to
Got it.
specify which year.
Okay.
So
Okay.
so that may not allow him to select that.
Sounds good. Sounds good. So 2020 is the earliest, and that's
Yeah,
like
yeah,
hard coded in the form.
yeah.
Okay. Somebody, I am winning 17 wants to know, sir, Dr. Kiran, will you be in the interview room for the interview?
Yeah, I'll surely be, but I don't know where.
Okay.
There
Okay.
are 3
All right.
centers, so I'll
Right.
surely be. I've been
Yeah.
interviewing since I joined GIM six
Yeah.
years ago. So I'll surely be in the panel,
Okay.
right? But I don't know where I'll be.
Correct. Just on the lighter note, sir, how are the interviews at GIM like? Because I know like there are certain institutes which are pretty hardcore, very serious panels and stress interviews and grilling and all of that. How are GM interviews generally like?
We more believe in conversation.
Okay.
So it is not a stress interview or anything. Like it would be more like what we are doing
Oh,
now.
that's good.
But
Okay.
a little bit of rigor may be there.
Yeah.
So sometimes if we may ask them to solve some simple, we may give a case
Right.
on the
Right.
spot, depending on what their interest is, etc. And we may give them a pen paper. You want to do some backhand calculation, you can do, and then let us know what is your opinion on this, etc. So that is the basic thing which we would do. So
Right.
it will surely not be a stressful interview.
That's good to know. That's good to know.
Right.
Oh,
So
good
we
news.
want the students to be open enough to share their achievements.
Yep.
Right. So we would of course try to get deeper, but that we want to do that in a very cordial way,
Right. Right.
not stressing them.
Correct. Correct. Correct.
Right. So
That's good to know.
that's the thing. So then that is what we feel that. So if a candidate feels good after the interview, right, they take back that experience
True.
with them.
True.
Right. So that's our idea of interviewing.
That's great. That's great. I'm sure the students are happy to hear this. Okay, folks, we're coming to the last leg of the session. I'm going to focus more on questions in chat. So Yuvraja wants to know, I participated in NCC during my undergraduation, and I have A and B certificate in NCC. Is it good to be eligible in the Achievers round?
In the co-curricular, he
Mention
or she can mention that. Yeah, because
Okay.
if it is recent, they can mention.
Right.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So great. Yuvraja and NCC also kind of exhibits leadership to a certain extent.
Yes,
So
that is
go ahead and mention that. And I think remember, folks, what Sir mentioned in the beginning, and this is for your applications. Try to prioritize based on managerial skills, right? So if leadership is a very important managerial skill, prioritize based on that. Keep that in mind. Then just your application carries more weight, right? Okay. Let's see. Naveen is saying, can GIM add more achievement section? I wasn't able to collate under 2 sections. I don't think that'll be possible. But that's a good thing, Naveen. It's a good thing.
Yeah. So that's where I told, prioritize. I know some candidates may have multiple achievements. So now they have to prioritize which is the best one to put it out. So that's what it is. Yeah,
definitely. Okay, awesome. All right, folks. So I think, sir, I have one final question for you, and then if there are no more questions, we can probably call it a day. Just want to end by asking you for maybe two or three of your top last minute tips for students who are considering applying for this one.
Okay.
Yeah.
So one for achievers or any round, right?
Yeah.
So for achievers, of course, whatever is you have stated as your achievement, be thorough about it. Right. So that's the basic thing. So you can't state and then during the interview like I'm not very sure about it. And that doesn't show you in good this thing. Okay, so that's the basic thing. If you have stated certain achievements and you're selected based on that achievement, be thorough about that. Know in depth of what you have stated. Okay, so the professors, the panelists can go a deep dive. Then the second tip would be, now given we are in a connected world, etc., you should know what is happening in the world. Okay. Now, I'm sure most of you know that, there's a certain president, every day he makes a different comment and the stocks go all over the place. That's reality now.
Yeah.
Right. So something happens in some corner of the world, you get impacted. So you should know about current affairs. You have a good 2 months or 3-4 months to build that knowledge. So once you are done with your CAT and other exams, or parallelly maybe half an hour a day, please read newspapers. Okay, so that you can know what is happening. So sometimes, so though we don't do a GD per se, but even for GD, topics may come from that. Right. So that is one. But in interview, sometimes we do ask, general what is happening, whatever is current at that point of time. So some panelists may ask about that. So be aware of what is happening in the world, or at least be aware of certain basic, things like head of the state. So who is the president, prime minister, chief minister, home minister of your particular state? You state, and then if you are not able to answer, then that shows that you are not probably thorough in your preparations.
Yeah.
Right. So these certain basic hygiene things, at least you should know. And of course, basic question which I think why you want to do an MBA. What is the motivation behind that? So don't have the standard which students tell, but have a very good reason why you want to do it, because it's a 2-year journey and you're investing
Correct.
your time and money. So you should know why you are doing it.
Yeah.
Okay. Uh,
Awesome.
then maybe last point would be communicate. Your
Okay.
communication should be good.
Okay.
Okay. So have confidence. Okay. Don't be scared. You may be nervous. That's okay. The panelists will understand that. Okay. So as I just told you, we don't do a stress interview.
Yeah.
So if
Yeah.
if you figure out you're nervous, we'll ask you to, okay, take a minute, take a breath.
Yeah.
We'll help you to calm down, and then we'll start with the interview process.
Yeah.
Okay. Just be confident of what you're speaking. So if you know what you're speaking is truth, I think you should be able to, ace it.
Awesome. Awesome.
All
I
right.
think that's really good advice. That's good advice, folks. I hope you were taking notes, okay, or watch the recording again. I know interview season is probably just focused on CAT right now, but interview season will happen soon. So definitely keep these tips in mind. We'll try and have Sir back in December, or somebody else from GIM for maybe more guidance on the interview round. And I can't make promises now, but we'll probably try and have that. But definitely keep these tips in mind. All right. Okay. Thank you so much, sir. I think great session. Thank you for being so patient and answering all these questions.
Thank you.
Folks, just on the application deadlines, because we discussed that in the beginning, 4th December is the deadline for the Achievers round. Okay. If you're keen, you can apply using the early birds deadline round as well. So there is an early bird deadline, which is 27th of November. You can put in your application by 27th, check mark the Achievers round section. The advantage of early bird round is lowered application form fees. Okay, but the main deadline for the Achievers round is 4th of December. Keep that in mind. Okay, you will go through we've put the links. We'll put the links in the pin comment also, along with other details. Please do go through that. If you have any questions, put them in comments. Our team will answer it. If you're a 2IIM student, you know where to find me. I'm connected with the team, so I'll get that answer as well. All right. Again, thank you so much, sir.
Thank you very much.
We
Thank
appreciate
you.
your time. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. See you, folks. See you in the next YouTube live. We'll probably have that soon. All right. All the best for CAT if I don't see
All
you
the
again.
best. All the
YouTube.
best.
All right. Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.